So can you please explain the direct and indirect objective finding?
Direct and indirect objects.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. I will explain to you. Whose question is that? That Avinash?
Vinay, sir.
Vinay. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So see, to understand the distinction between direct object and indirect object, we need to know first an object. Do you know what an object is, Vinay?
Yes, sir.
So, what is an object? Tell me. Vinay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what is an object? Think about it and tell me.
Sir. What we can. The subject in sentence part with the predicate part of the. We can conclude this, sir. For doing something for the subject is doing for something for. I think it's wrong.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Try it.
Sorry, sir. Can you please explain it?
See, therefore I said, first one needs to know what is an object. Okay?
Okay, okay.
An object in a sentence is part of a verb. And a noun phrase or a phrase that a verb requires for completion of requirements. For example, not for example, I'll give you an example in a moment. Only transitive verbs need object.
Yes, sir.
All verbs need an object. So take any transitive verb, and if you question that verb with what, and try making a question sentence with that transitive verb, then so here is, let's take a transitive verb like play. So if I say I played, does it sound like a complete sentence to you?
No, sir. What I can play? That's a question is right here.
What is not making it complete?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is, when I say I played, you don't know what is it that I played, right?
Yes, sir.
But if I tell you, until last year, I played football, then you don't have any question. It's a complete sentence, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So football is the object of the verb play. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So such a situation, this is an object and this is also called, okay, so this is an object. Now, when you have two objects in a sentence, in that case, one object is called direct object and the other object is called indirect object. Then the question is, which one is direct and which one is indirect? The noun phrase or a phrase that answers the question what is the direct object. So, for example, take a verb teach. Teach is a verb that requires two objects. There are some verbs in natural language, in English and other languages also, that require, some verbs require two objects. Teach is one such verb. So when we say, I teach English to online degree students. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So there are two objects in that. One is English, the other is two online degree students. So which one of the two full answers the question what?
English, sir.
English answers the question what? Then English becomes direct object. And the other one is indirect object. Get it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
In general, indirect object, only living things are indirect objects. Okay.
Sir, repeat the line, sir.
In general, only living things are indirect objects.
Okay, sir.
So that's the distinction between direct object and indirect object.
Okay, sir.
Did you understand, Vinay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead, guys. Anybody else?
Sir, I am having some issues on word stress.
You are having issue with what?
With word stress.
Okay.
Sir, I am not getting the point, like as per the said in video. You can identify the word stress on which syllable you are forcing on. Like the word stress, like there is a question. Choose the option the word which is correctly marked stress. So we put an apostrophe sign for the syllable, right?
Right.
Yes. So to identify that, the sir in the video lecture, like in YouTube video lecture, he said that the syllable which is distinctively heard in a word is a stress syllable.
Right.
But sir, like when you pronounce a word, like you can't like guess which is like because you can pronounce it in many ways. Like it's not distinctive to like
you are
identify.
absolutely you are Pratyush, right? You are absolutely
Yes.
right. But Pratyush, for that you need to do some practice.
For
And
guidance, I am taking help of that Google Assistant, like which shows you a correct pronunciation of a word. But
right.
like
But wait.
yes,
How are you doing practice? Tell me that.
like I am repeating after that Google pronunciation.
How
Uh,
many words? How many words are you working on?
like whatever the word which are in those, like the words
That's
in
not,
those video lecture which
that's
sir
not how
pronounces and these practice assignments.
that's not how it works.
Okay.
You need to make a list of and take a note of this thing. If you can do this, then you can get the question of, that is an understanding of syllabification and a stress in English, that is which syllable is stressed properly. You have to pick 20 words every day. Did you understand? 20 words every day.
Okay, sir. But again, sir, the question.
Oh, hold on. Let me finish. 20 words every day for at least 30 days.
Okay.
And these 20 words do not have to be words from anywhere else. You need to make a list of these words by yourself. Okay?
Okay, sir.
I will tell you the reason why I am asking you to make the list by yourself. You can pick any dictionary and find 20 words. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Dictionaries do not help you learn the language. Dictionaries have thousands of words in it, don't they? They have thousands of. But we don't use thousands of words, or we do not need thousands of words every day. The maximum number of words a person speaks every day varies somewhere between 60 words to 200.
Okay.
Understand?
Yes.
So, how do we get these 60 to 200 words? Only when you can sit down with a pen and paper, okay? And I'm giving you the method to do that. You take a notebook that has at least 30 pages in it.
Okay.
Give a date. for every day and write down, sit down. The first thing you need to do is to make a list of 20 words. Get it? And I
Okay, sir.
am with this description, I am not simply talking to you. I'm telling everybody who has any questions about syllabification and stress. Allow me to tell you one more thing, because I have described and discussed this thing before as well. Maybe you were not there in that session, but that's okay. I can explain this thing multiple times. You see, syllabification and stress patterns among that syllabification is something that does not come intuitively to us as speakers of English in India. Okay. Therefore, we need to work on it. Something that does not come intuitively to us, we need to work on it. How do we work on it? Is what I was going to tell you. Take a notebook, take 20 words every day. On the first 2 days, it is okay to look at monosyllabic words as well. You understand the difference between monosyllabic and disyllabic words
Yes, sir.
and multi-syllable words? Okay. After second day, that is beginning from third day, you make sure that all your words, 20 words, are multiple syllable words. That is, you can make a note of words, but when monosyllabic words comes to your mind, keep them aside. Make a note of only multiple syllable words. Once you have done that, then without the help of any Google or anything, first you try reading the words the way you read. Like you said, there are multiple ways of pronouncing a word. We pronounce differently, right? So first you pronounce those words for yourself. Mark your own syllables in that and see which syllable you think is stressed in your pronunciation. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Second step, that is first step is writing the words. Second step is identifying syllables and marking stress syllables. Third is checking it with online. Now you go online and look for each word and see how many syllable a word has and which syllable is stressed. Get it? Only 3 steps, 20 words. This whole exercise will not take you more than 40 minutes every day. Now, if you promise it to yourself, not to me, you are committing to yourself that you will spend 30 to 40 minutes every day in this practice. How many words will you have at the end of 30 days?
900 words.
It's less than 900, 600. I'm only asking for 20 words.
600 words.
600 words. Now, when you are doing it date-wise, once you move beyond a week, make sure that you are not repeating the words. These 600 words will definitely cover 250 words that people use in their regular life, in their regular conversation, in their speech. So words are going to be speech, communication, keys, banana, apple. These are the words that people use. Get my point? And once you have identified syllabification and a stress of 600 words, which is not to say that you will be memorizing these things, but having identified these things, to a great extent, you would have figured out how syllabification and stress patterns in our way of speaking works. Did it make sense, Pratyush?
Yes, sir. But sir, it also matters if it's a verb or a noun, right? Like if it's a noun, the initial syllable gets.
All of that will matter, but and it matters, of course. But when you are going to check all of that, right?
Yes.
So when you check, all these things will become clearer. I am saying this is one method of getting it right to a great possible extent. Now, what I am also trying to tell you is without doing this much, this question is always going to stay open. Get it? Pratyush, am I
Yes, sir.
still
Yes,
audible
sir.
to you? All right. Okay, that will set up. So you can ask me questions. I can tell you the same thing. But the point is, unless you work on it, it won't happen.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
All right. I saw somebody had hands up. Sneha Das.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
My question is regarding the graded assignment 7.
Okay.
So I want you to discuss that the transitive and intransitive 8 question.
Okay.
I go home every week.
Okay.
So, so I thought that it should be transitive because I go also gives the sentence. I go home. I mean, this sentence should be like that, but I'm not sure anymore if it is. Can you please explain this
Sure.
sentence?
I can explain this. I understand your question.
Yeah.
It's a genuine question. The question is, your question is, I
My
go home every
yeah,
day. Your
every
question
week. Yeah,
every week. Your
same.
question is, how is go not a transitive verb? That's
Yeah.
what your question.
Yes. Yes.
You see, uh, go for a verb to be transitive, it should have an object, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And you are treating home as an object of the verb go. Therefore, it looks like a transitive verb to you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But,
Because it is giving the answer where I'm going.
there lies the thing that the answer you need to get the answer to the question what, not where.
Okay.
Only one question, what?
But sir, I go. What is how to
So
answer that?
that is not even a question, right? That is
Yeah.
not a legitimate question. Therefore, it is an intransitive.
Okay. So we
If
just have to ask
you got-
what.
Yes, exactly. If you got the question correct, let's say play, read, sing,
Yeah.
okay, in all these verbs, you will get the question right.
Okay,
Sing,
sir.
play what, read what, study what, right?
Yes.
But can we get the question dance what?
No.
Can we get the question sleep what?
No.
So wherever you get the question correct, you will also get an answer. Wherever
Okay.
the question does not become correct, the question of getting a correct answer does not even exist, right?
Right, sir.
So that's one way of making the distinction between transitive and intransitive verb.
Okay.
But that is just one part of your question. Then the actual question is no, not the actual. Then the second part of the question is, if home is not the object of the verb, then what is it?
Right, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
What is it? You think about it. When we ask the question, which question does it answer? It answers the question where.
Yeah. It answers the question where and when I'm going
Right.
every week. Yeah.
The when part is answered by every week.
Yes.
So
No.
every week is
Yeah.
right every week.
Yes. Yes.
But every week is not the when part. When every week is the frequency of going.
Okay.
Right? I go home not 1 week, not once in a week. I
Mhm.
go home. I'm talking about the frequency of my visit to home, right?
Okay.
So
Yes.
that is an adverb. So anything else, anything other than what, that
Okay.
is answer to any question other than what, those are adverbs, adjuncts. So home is a location where we go to. Get it?
Okay, sir.
Now, there is another part of this question, and I will let me, since you have asked this thing, let me complete that. Another part is, if home is a locational adverb in this sentence, the sentence that you have, right?
Yes.
Then the sentence I go is not a complete sentence. We
Yeah.
can't simply say I go.
I go home.
You have to say I go home, or wherever you have to put I go to school, I go to market, whatever you location of going may be, you have to say I go. Where I go, I have to mention, right?
Right.
So to answer to that question is, for some verbs like go, it is important to mention the location.
Okay.
But the fact that we must mention the location does not make the location the object.
Okay.
So what is
Then
an object is a grammatical question. Why the sentence is not acceptable is a different part of this part of the grammar.
okay, sir.
Does that answer your question? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I thought you should get the complete picture of how a sentence structure works and what happens with transitive and intransitive verbs. And you see what's this, Shreya, right?
Sneha. Sneha.
Sneha. So Sneha, see, once we understand the pointed distinction between transitive and intransitive, or for that matter, anything. Once you understand these things with clarity, they do not remain a complex thing for you.
Right, sir.
Okay, that gives you clarity. That gives you confidence in understanding, confidence of understanding something with clarity, and therefore that has an impact on your communication process.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So one more question.
Just one moment. Akshat, I see your hands up. I am coming to you in a minute. Go ahead, Sneha.
Mostly we are told by professor that we should listen to the audio or the video and try to identify the stresses the uh, person in the video is like if
Professor
while
Chaudhary, yes.
having the conversation while
Yeah.
the professor is telling those sentences, it is quite easy to identify those, but while listening to the video itself it is very difficult because maybe some of them are very monotonous while talking or their way of tone. So how to overcome this,
Which video are
sir?
you talking about? Our videos or some other video?
uh, Sir, any reference video while we are
Oh,
practicing
okay,
for
okay.
identifying the stresses, because we are studying English from you, professor. So he's talking in a way that we are very easily able to identify those
I
things.
understand. I understand your question. I got it.
Yeah.
See, you are absolutely right. When somebody is giving an example, that is for the purpose of class. That is
Yes.
for the purpose of demonstration. Your question is, there is a distinction between demonstration and real life situation.
Yes, sir.
So demonstration, it sounds okay, easy, but in real life situation, I still don't get it. That's your question. Am I right?
My question is that when we are trying to identify the stress part of the words in a video. So it becomes really difficult because maybe we are listening to that person for the first time. Their accent is different, and
No, 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 no. No. Accent is not different. See, I got your question. Your point is, in real life, this practice does not help.
yeah, um,
I,
not
I just
to
explained.
that.
I just explained to somebody's question, Pratyus's question. Did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
So you have to do, and I think you calculated 600 or 900, right?
No, no, it
Oh,
was
somebody else.
Kajri. Yeah.
Okay, okay, somebody else. Okay, not a problem.
Yeah,
So
that's me.
yeah, yeah. So you have to do that, Sneha. After that, it will work. And I am not asking you for too much. I'm only asking you for simple practice of 30 days, no matter how monotonous or bad it sounds. Please do this exercise in the way I have explained to you. It will be helpful. Listening, I am not saying don't listen. The listening practice in general, not just for demonstration purpose. The practice of listening, anything that is a spontaneous speech in English, if you continue doing that, that also adds to your understanding of syllabification and stress pattern, not just for the purpose of examination or getting the correct answer, but also you will start implementing these things in in your English, in your language, without you knowing that you have started stressing it properly now. Am I making sense to you?
Yes, sir.
So the key to your question lies in, I am not specifically answering for getting good marks in exams, and I'm not answering the questions that how do I answer a particular question in exam. I am talking about how to improve the language. And if you are working with these things, I have fair amount of confidence in telling you it works.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Akshat. Akshat, are you around? Sujay?
Yes, sir.
Kajri? Yeah,
Sujay,
Sujay,
sir.
then Kajri. Go ahead.
Sir, in the lecture,
Yeah.
professor said wet, way sound in wet and a sound in yet are not obstructed, but still they are considered as consonants. Why, sir? They said we will discuss in the live session like that. It sir told in the lecture.
Say it again.
Wet, way sound in wet
What is
and
the word? What is the word?
wet,
That is wait.
W-E-T,
W
E-T,
E T wet. Okay.
and yet, Y-E-T, yet.
Huh.
The initial sounds of both are not obstructed, but still they are considered as consonants.
Okay, okay, okay. See, these are, so I get it. The initial sound of wet is, what is the initial sound of wet?
Way.
No, 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 no. Initial sound is wa.
Wow. Yes, sir.
Wa.
Sir. Wait.
So see, this is important that we pay attention to this thing. Okay. Wa is the initial sound in wet. And what is the initial sound in the word yet?
Yeah.
Ya. So wa and ya are two sounds in not only English, in any language. These are called semi-vowels.
Semi-vowels.
Semi-vowels. But semi-vowels do not become vowels. Semi-vowels are also consonants. Now, why it is said, we will discuss, because we don't have a specific video on semi-vowels so far. Maybe in English too there is one. If not, we will check it. Lida, please take a note of this thing. We will check if we have a if we have a video on semi-vowel or not.
Sure, sir.
If we have, we will see what it is. So semi-vowels are not vowels, semi-vowels are consonants. And that is because it comes in the place of it independently, it's a consonant. Wa in the word like wet is a consonant. But in some places in the language, it comes as a vowel. Therefore, it is called a semi-vowel. And there are only two sounds. They are wa and ya. Got it?
Okay, sir. Okay. Thanks, sir.
Sure. That was Sujay Kajri. Go ahead.
Sir, I just want to ask derived words. The stress on derived words, can you please explain a little bit?
Stress on which word? Derived words.
Yes.
For example?
Just a second. I'm telling you.
Sure.
Just
As
like integral, where we should stress. Insurance in the.
Right. See, what it means is, suppose a word derived word means we derive one category from another. Okay. Sometimes a noun becomes a verb, or a verb becomes a noun. Right?
Yes, according to the sentence.
According to the sentence. So it is possible, and also sometimes we add some suffixes and affixes on a word. So because of these additions and because of its position, sometimes stress may shift here and there in a sentence. This is why we say stress on a in a particular same word which works as a noun, stress is on a different syllable. Same word which is a verb, stress is on a different syllable.
Yes.
So to a great extent, though stress is word internal matter, but it also depends on its positioning in a sentence.
Okay.
Get it?
Yeah. Some examples, please, sir.
So same thing that you gave. For example, let's say, what are the nouns that we use? Let's say describe.
Yes.
So when I use it, when I take this verb and from the same word, I make a word description. So the stress may be at a different, the number of syllable has changed in the word.
Yes.
So this may go to a different syllable. That will be an example of that.
Okay. But suppose there's a word like insurance.
Okay.
Then where we should say insurance.
So the way you are saying, it sounds like second syllable is stressed.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So is it true?
You see, I'll tell you, I'll add one more thing.
Okay.
The thing is, first we need to identify where we put a stress. Okay.
Okay.
And then we need to say, then you need to check whether where I am putting a stress is proper stress or not. One can ask a question, why do I need to check that? That is because if we want to improve our pronunciation, okay, then we need to know where exactly the stress comes. And if I also start putting a stress at the right point, then automatically our pronunciation will improve. That more than pronunciation, the way we speak and the way we sound to others will improve. Get it? So in that word insurance, if you are independently speaking that word, it sounds like the second syllable is stressed.
Yes.
Yes.
So if a question like this only word is giving, then we should make a sentence and try to pronounce it, or just a word pronounce it and just
No. You just try to pronounce in our questions we don't complicate it. See,
Okay.
I'm making a distinction that some of the things that I am telling you is to improve your language.
Hmm.
When it becomes the question in an exam,
Hmm.
you see, these are slippery things. They change. So in general, we are giving you non-controversial things in exams.
Okay.
But I am not trying to make the distinction that I give you something else in exam and something else works. I am trying to
Hmm.
tell you, the exam is just for the course.
Yes.
So we will give you simple things. But language itself is very complex. So you
Hmm.
need to pay attention to a lot of other things that is beyond exam also.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just asking if the
No, you can look at the word. You can just look at the word and give it, because mostly there is adequate hint or things clarified in the questions. If you
okay.
were this is English one, you must have had several assignments so far. Our
Yes.
qualifier exams, you may have
Yes.
seen the all kinds of samples you have seen. Our examples are purposely simpler, because the idea is not to trick you. The
Hmm.
questions have to be tricky questions.
Hmm.
Okay, our purpose is not to prove you don't know anything
Hmm.
or see how hard things are.
Okay.
That's all the purpose of the exam.
Hmm.
Get it?
Okay. Yes,
The,
I get it.
the,
Got it.
the purpose of our exam, I would put it differently. The
Hmm.
purpose of even our exams are centered towards learning.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Anybody else? No? Is Shruti around? Lida?
Yes, sir.
Is Shruti around?
Shruti was here, sir. She is.
Oh, okay. All right. That's okay. So any other questions, guys? If you don't have more questions, then we will wind it up.
Sir,
Sure, sir.
Yeah, yes, go ahead. Who is
sir, in a
this?
practice question, there is a question, the word minute have a different meaning when different position of the word are stressed. Sir, can you please explain how, sir?
I just explained it to the question with the Kajri. Kajri was asking almost similar things, that when a word changes its position in a sentence, the stress may shift.
Sir, in an example, as an example, in a minute, can you please give an example as a hint? In a minute, sir, minute spelling.
What in the word minute?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
I don't get it. You are saying okay. You see, you are saying to use the word minute in a sentence.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes.
So when I say wait a minute, okay, take the sentence. Wait a minute. All right.
Okay.
Which syllable is stressed?
So minute in initial position, sir, minute.
Minute. In a first syllable is stressed, right?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
When I say minute it properly,
Last syllable. Minute.
last
Yes.
syllable is stressed, because in the second one, minute it properly, that's a verb, right?
Yes, sir.
In the previous one, it's a noun.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So it's not about the question. It's not about one word. You need to understand that stress is not something which is fixed, because it is internal to a word, it may shift in a when we use it in a sentence, and depending upon its structural relations with another word. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All these things will become clearer if you do little bit of practice with approximately, like I said, 600 words. And this 600 is not a sacrosanct number that
Yes, sir.
I can support with any research. I am generally giving you, if you do it with 600 words without taking reference from anywhere else, chances are you will get 250 that we use regular language anyway.
Definitely, sir. We work on.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Great. So when I said we would conclude, it's not that we have to conclude it before time. I was simply saying if you don't have questions, then we can close the session. If anybody has any question, we are ready to wait. We are not in a hurry.
So I
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask about the derived stresses. We are using the if a noun is given and it is derived as some other figures. So will the this example you have given that when a noun is changed into a verb, then the stress
No, that
position
won't
change.
change. That rule we have given. That rule is given on the basis of this.
Yes. Um, but if the derived word is used as a verb and
Mhm.
originally it was a noun, then will
Then the
it
same rule
change?
will apply. Same rule will apply.
Okay.
I
Because
don't-
sometimes we keep the original word, the before the root word, the stress in the root word, we keep it in mind and then stress the syllable. So how it is
Sneha,
different? Can
Sneha,
you?
you are
Yes.
Sneha. All these questions are you are. I feel you are worried about exams.
Uh, mm, so it's a bit complicated. So I just
No, it's not
wanted you
complicated.
to
It sounds. It,
uh, make it
it,
a bit more clearer by
I have made it clearer. I would say the same thing again to you. What I am trying to say
okay.
is, first you practice little bit with these things. Now let me ask you a question to you and to anybody else present in this session today. We are in the 7th or 8th week, aren't we?
Yes.
Which
So
week is this for us? Must be 8th week.
Yes, sir.
8th week, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't remember exactly, but I have a fairly good idea about how this is progressing. Now, in 8 weeks, how many words have you practiced with? If you started in the first week, you would be done by now. This is the second month, right? Guys, are you listening to me? Sneha and others?
yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many words have you practiced so far? Tell me an honest answer to this question. And your own answer will tell you how you will get it. You understand me? Hello?
So while listening to the lectures, I have
No. First
tried.
answer my question. Wait. First answer my question.
So I'm trying to answer your question only.
How
While
many words have you
listening,
practiced so far?
yeah, after listening to the lectures, I've tried 30, 40 words and then just practiced with listening and
Right. Great.
yeah,
So we still have 4 more weeks left for this session, right?
yes, sir.
And then we are coming up with English 2 also. So all I am trying to tell you that, and I'm responding to the question when you said it sounds complex. I am trying to help you with, it is not complex. It is important to develop your confidence with these things. Please do it for 30 days or few more days, and we can come back to the same question again. I'm not preventing you from asking the same question, but I am trying to share this with you that this is not complex. Get my point?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Anybody else?
Sir, I have a question. Can I answer?
Go ahead, Aditya.
Actually, I received a message for the workshop by the English team. So on a writing. So how it's going to be organized and what is going to be like? I don't have any idea on that.
So the message that you got, that message does not say anything.
Yes, it has been mentioned that it would be a writing workshop, and and they are going to do a workshop on that, and they will teach
Sir,
something.
the mail that we have sent out. Sir, the
Lida,
mail,
go ahead. Lida, go ahead.
the mail that was sent out for only the registration purpose, sir. So now we have the numbers. So those of them who have registered successfully will get another mail with the details of the workshop.
So wait for that, Aditya, for some more time. If you have got the message, you will get more details also.
Yes,
Okay.
I have registered also. So.
Sure. So wait for some more time. You will get that, and then work along with that so that you can improve your writing. That the workshop or whatever we are doing is with the purpose to help you with the different aspects of the language. So you can do it that way.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Nothing else, guys?
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead.
sir, this
Ronald?
workshop, yes, sir. This workshop email I did not get, sir.
No,
But
ID is not different email ID. You have received. Did you receive any information about the workshop?
yes, sir, I received from my friends and I have registered also. Is it okay to register it that way?
That's fine. You will get all the details and other information. But
Okay.
I would suggest you to check why you did not get it directly.
So, sir, I don't know that.
Maybe
I
it has
didn't
gone to
receive
your
it.
spam or something. Check it.
Check the mail. Everyone got that mail. Like.
Everyone got it. Yeah. Check it
Okay,
carefully. And if you have registered it through the forward message from your friend, it will work.
okay, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Okay, guys, then we will stop here for today and we'll see you again next week. In between, if you have any questions, stay in touch with us.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank
keep
you, sir.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, leader.
Sure, sir. See you.